Under this video, we want to talk about more examples on simple harmonic motion. Let's go. The example number 3, endeavor to watch the others on our channel. What is the period and frequency of a simple pendulum that makes 40 oscillations in 30 seconds? Remember, under the introduction on the part 1 of the video, this is the part 2, we talked about different formulas. Please endeavor to check it. I'm going to go to solution proper. The solution is, for you to calculate the period, we already said the period is time all over number of oscillation. And so from this thing, the time is 35 seconds all over the number of oscillation is 40. And then 35 divided by 40 should give you 0.8 equals to 0.875 seconds. Now remember, I said that frequency is the inverse of period. Frequency is the inverse of period. And therefore, if you have gotten your period, to get frequency is a child's play. All you need to do is 1 all over 0.875. And if you punch it in your calculator, what you should get is 1.14 hertz. 1.14 hertz. So that is the answer for this one. It is so easy. I want us to understand some basic things in order to know how to operate on this. Now, to the next example proper. You have seen the example number 4 there. And so a boy timed 30 oscillations of a certain pendulum thrice, and 3 times, and obtained 1 minute 10 seconds. Then you have a comma here. 1 minute 12 seconds and 1 minute 7 seconds respectively. The main period of oscillation of the pendulum is, of course, from solution, period is time all over number of oscillation. But then you can see that we have 3 times here. So all you need to do is remember that the time must be in seconds. So this is minute. Let me use this part of the board to solve it. So that is in minutes. So 1 minute is 60 seconds, right? Plus 10 seconds, that means you have 70 seconds. This one is 1 minute 12 seconds, so 60 plus 12 means you have 72. And then here is 1 minute 7 seconds, so 60 plus 7 is 67, right? So for you to solve this, you have to get the total time, or you call it the mean time. You have to get the mean time all over number of oscillation. And the mean time is, you have to plot this. So this is 70 plus 72 plus 67. You have to divide it by 3 first. Whatever you get, it will be your mean time. So adding those things together, in order for us to get our mean time, that should give you 209 divided by 3. So this will give you 209, and you divide it by 3. And if you should divide 209 by 3, the answer you will get is 69.6. 69.6. You get 69.6 seconds. So remember that period is number of oscillation, right? So which is the time all over number of oscillation. So you have 69.6 divided by the number of oscillation, which is 30. So 69.6, once you divide it by 30, your answer is 2.32 seconds. 2.32 seconds. So that is it. So whenever you have multiple, let's say you have 4 times, all you need to do is get their total mean, divide it by how many they are. If it's 4 or 5, then you now divide by the number of oscillation. So that is it. It is so easy. So example number 5 and 6. Remember, this is a continuation. So a simple pendulum 0.4. So this is solution. Simple pendulum 0.64 meter long has a period of 1.2 seconds. Calculate the period. So let me write it out. So the first length, the L1 is 0.64. Has a period, your T1 is 1.2. And calculate the T2. When the L2 is 0.36. Now, there is a formula I wrote that T is equals to 2 pi L all over G. Now, from this formula, what it means is that you can see from this formula that T is directly proportional to L and is inversely proportional to G. So from this formula, T, the time is directly proportional to root of L, and the time is also inversely proportional to 1 all over G. Now, this question only contains period and length. So let me concentrate on it. When they say something is directly proportional, it means that if the time is increasing, the length is also increasing. Or when we say something is inversely proportional, what it means is if the time is increasing, the opposite is happening to the acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration due to gravity will decrease. And if the acceleration due to gravity is increasing, what will happen to the time? The time will what? Decrease. That's what inverse relationship means. So from here, what I can write from using this formula, I'll use it to solve. So here, what it means is T1 all over T2 is equal to root of L1 all over L2 because they are directly proportional. Is it not? So from this formula right now, I will make T2 the subject of the formula. And so if I make T2 the subject of the formula from here, I'll just cross multiply. And so T2 will be T1. This will come to this place. Are you seeing it? I want to make T2 subject of the formula. So if you make T2 subject of the formula, this will invert. So you have L2 all over L1. I don't want to go to details of subject of formula. It's on our channel because you're having problem with it. So all you need to do right now is insert this into the equation. The answer will flow naturally. And so your T1 is 1.2. Your L2 is 0.36 all over. Your L1 is 0.64. So if you should punch your calculator, immediately your answer will come out without wasting time. And your answer will be 0.9 seconds. So you have 0.9 seconds. Now the same thing is happening in this one. You can see it from here. So if you get this, I will clean the board this side. I don't want my position to cover the camera here. So let me solve this number 6. Let me solve it here. Should I come to this side even and solve? So you have a simple pendulum with a period of, so your T1 is 2, has its length double. Its new period is what? So your T2 is what you don't know. Now remember, they say it has its length double. Be very, very careful with this kind of question because it's highly technical. So what it means is from here, what it means is if, remember I said T1 is equals to 2, they ask you to get your T2. Now if the length is double, that means the second length is the double one, not the first one. So that means your L1, let's call it 1. And your L2, remember they said it's double. So double of this should be 2. That's all. So they want you to calculate. So the same thing, T1 all over T2 is equals to root of L1 all over L2. This formula, if you write, you can write it like this. T2 all over T1 is equal to root of L2 all over L1. Whichever way is still the same. So this is the same formula we use, that T2 is equals to T1 root of L2 all over L1. So inserting all these things here, so you have that T2 is equal to, what is your T1? 2 root of, your L2 is 2 all over 1. And if you should punch it in your calculator, root of 2 times 2, what you will get is 2.83 seconds. That is the answer. So please endeavor to know how to solve all these things the way I'm solving it easily. I'm trying to solve as much of example as I can so that you can actually, be familiar with it.